I'm Laura.
I'm Mallory.
And we are joining you again here from Meridian. We are hanging out at the gazebo today, so we wanted to sort of touch base and see how this week is going.
Yeah. So Laura, what's been going on with you? How have you been lately?
You know, it's interesting. So in the very beginning of all of this, and we talked about that, my anxiety and stress level was very, very high. Both of ours were, and we've been talking about that. And then sort of as the weeks have gone on, we've really worked on a lot of different tools, and we've talked about a lot of different things, and so of course there's been like hiccups along the way, but for the most part things have been getting better and getting more just kind of in a better place emotionally, until recently, like this week was just like I'm feeling all of those same things that we talked about in week 1 or week 2, where I'm having trouble sleeping and having trouble focusing, and just like general classic symptoms of stress and anxiety.
What do you think has been going on? Like, what do you think has been different, this week?
That's a really good question. So, and something I think we need to take a look at when we're feeling this way. I think the big difference this week has been there's so much change around the reopening of things, right? What we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, what different levels of leadership are saying, and that alone actually is not what's causing me, I think, anxiety. I think it's other people's reaction to that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what your Facebook page looks like right now, but there's a lot of opinions, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of emotion, because some people process things out loud, right? And so out loud right now is virtual. And so there's just a lot of stuff being posted, and a lot of conversations that are happening on social media and sometimes in person. And I find myself getting really sucked in, I think, to other people's process and other people's emotions. So I'm having a really hard time with that, because it's friends and family. It's not, some strangers too, but I think I can ignore that a little bit better. But friends and family, and there's just a lot. There's a lot out there right now. A lot of commentary, a lot of editorial,
a lot of opinions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not all of it's based in fact. It doesn't mean all of it's wrong. It's just a lot. So I think that's what's different.
I've been, I've kind of noticed that same thing. It is kind of overwhelming in a lot, but if we're feeling kind of these same things that we were feeling week 1 or 2 when we started these videos, right? I think maybe we need to take a step back and start doing some of those things that we talked about, right? Giving ourselves a break from news, a break from media, giving ourselves some slack if we're feeling stressed out about, school and children and all of these things at once. Practicing any stress techniques that we've learned, and finding our happy places, nature, whatever that is, and trying to like really reflect, and have I stopped doing some of these things? Is there something else I can do to take care of myself? Because it totally is overwhelming right now.
It really is. It's overwhelming, I think, in the same way that it was in the very beginning, with all of the new information that just got pushed out really, really quickly.
Yeah.
I think that's happening again, just with different information, right? So, I was thinking when you were talking about revisiting some old tools, old being only a couple of weeks old, right? But some of those original tools, and one of the things I had done in the very beginning was that I had, when we were talking about learning about the virus and what was going to happen, I had made the personal choice to pick like a couple of sources that I deemed to be legitimate, right? And just sort of focus on those sources. Like, I paid attention to what the CDC was saying. Because of my job, obviously I paid attention to what our leadership was saying.
Right.
And I sort of based how I was going to think and feel and act on those sources that I was able to put my trust in. And maybe I need to do that again. Maybe I need to just sort of remind myself, like, hey, you already have something in place for this.
I think that's a great idea.
And you talked about taking a break from news, right? And I think that was like my tool back then, right? That was like my idea. Now I'm not doing that. But I think taking a break from some people. We talk about the importance of connecting and the importance of socializing, and I totally know that that's important. But I think when it's people we care about, sometimes that's hard because we feel guilty. But you don't have to attend every social media argument you're invited to, right?
Right.
So I think you can just keep scrolling and sit it out. So maybe I need to do that a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, and this is actually a really good time to plug in an event that's going on right now for us. So thinking about self-care, the importance of being active and going outside and things like that.
Sure.
We're actually Meridian is having a virtual 5K or 1 mile or 1.5 mile run, walk, jog. Basically,
virtual? What does it look like when it's virtual?
Yeah, so
this is the Miles for Meridian thing, right? Okay, so
Miles for Meridian virtual edition.
Virtual edition. What does it look like?
You can find information on Meridian's Facebook page, but basically it's like you pick which length you would like to run, walk, or jog.
Okay.
And then you track it yourself, and then you submit it by May 18th. So you can do it by yourself. You can do it around your neighborhood.
Do I still
stay safe.
get a cool T-shirt?
You still get a T-shirt. Yes.
Okay.
All the proceeds benefit Meridian, so it's a great opportunity to kind of do something new and get outside and.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because I know that, and I'm totally empathetic. I know that actual runners miss the real events, right? But I have never been comfortable with that. So this is something I could absolutely do on my own with my family, and still participate. Kind of dip my toe in that runner's water and see what I think. So I'll definitely be signing up and doing that at the tail end of this event. But and then of course always remember, if your self-care is not producing the results that you're looking for, and you've put some tools in place and you're still really struggling, it's gotten a little out of hand, Meridian's by your side. We're open for business. We've got telehealth appointments, we've got come in person appointments. We are serving at the same level that we always have been. So give us a call at 352-374-5600. Get connected to our access center, and go on our Facebook page and sign up for Miles for Meridian. So if I can do it, you can, I promise. Have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.